Hey, this is Justin Bryant, and thanks for checking out my video for the 2Notes Torpedo Live. I met the guys from 2Notes about 2 years ago in Nashville, and I had seen a lot of clips on YouTube with guys like Pete Thorne, among others, playing it, and said, man, that sounds really, really great. I wonder if it's as great in person. Had the fortunate opportunity to check one out, and ever since I've been using it on demo sessions, master sessions. I use it live where I can't have loud stage volume, and the sound guy loves them. And it's great for a multitude of reasons, and if you're in a praise and worship band and you can't have stage volume there or in your monitors, it's phenomenal. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the unit and how I use it, and more importantly play a few different guitars with a few different clips to give you a kind of a variety of what the Torpedo Live does.
The Torpedo Live is a professional load box with digital miking features. It's a combination of an analog reactive 100-watt RMS load box and a powerful 32-bit DSP. The Torpedo Live was directly inspired by the critically acclaimed Torpedo VB101, which was the first ever digital load box to have hit the market. The Torpedo simulation faithfully reproduces the behavior of speaker caps down to their tiniest nuances. It's just 4.5 pounds, includes 32 embedded speaker cabinets, has 8 microphones as used in the top recording studios, and it has 8 power amp simulations. It's compatible with third-party IRs with 512 available slots, and includes a 5-band EQ for use with guitar and bass modes. On the front panel, we have the ventilation grill, which is directly connected to the load box. We have the input gain control. We have the control display, the setup button, the preset parameter encoder, the output level and value encoder, the edit save button, and the phone's output jack. On the back of the unit, we have the USB port, which is used to control the Torpedo remote software, the MIDI in jack to allow for control and patch changes, the SPDIF output, the balanced line output, the balanced line input, and we also have our input for our amplifier load.
So I've got the amp set on 5 at 71 Vibra Lux, and it's bass and treble on 5 as well. And just a little reverb, about 2.5, going through a vintage Vibro 112 cabinet with a 121 mic. So for this next take, I've got the amp on 4 again, the treble and bass on 5, the reverb at 2.5, and this time I'm using a 212 Blonde 63 with an 87 condenser type microphone. We're using the amp still on 5, and I put a little more reverb on there, and using the skanky neck and middle out of phase sound, and I'm using a 212 Vox cabinet with a dynamic 57 microphone. So for this next clip, I'm using my 335, and I'm using the amp still on 5 like before. This time the reverb's down to about 2, and I'm using a 410 British type of cabinet with the Condenser 87 again, so we can get some nice kind of warm jazz type sounds out of it. For another clip with the 335, I thought we'd just do a little fingerstyle thing. I've got the amp on 4, the bass and treble on 5, the reverb at about 2, and I'm going through a 412 cabinet with the 87 condenser again. So once again, I'm going to use the 335 and I'm going to use the bridge pickup, and I'm turning the amp up to about 8 with the treble and bass at about 5, and I'm using a 4x12 cabinet with a 121 ribbon microphone, and you get this real cool kind of Rolling Stones type vibe out of it. One of the really cool things about the Torpedo Live that it also does is you don't even need an amplifier. It's got a great built-in power emulation section that does 34s, 6L6s, KT88s, EL84s. You can run it at pentode or triode. And right now I'm using a couple preamp style boxes from Bogner, and for the first clip I'm going to use the Bogner Blue. And I'm running into the EL34 power section through a 4x12 cabinet with a 57 microphone, and it feels and sounds pretty much just like a real amp. So I decided to run the Bogner red pedal through the KT88s, and we can get this really nice 80s high gain type shred sound to it. The problem that I have, be it at my home studio or playing live, or say you're in a praise and worship band, etc., is you can't play loud anymore. So everybody is getting rid of their amps, and I'm like, don't get rid of your amps. Just find a way to maximize your usage of it. So if you've got an old tube amp, you got a new tube amp, and it's too loud to play, this thing literally is like a teeny tiny speaker cabinet that you can get that tone and that feel at such a low volume that you'll just smile. The guys at 2 Notes make great products. They keep updating the products so they get better and better. The software that runs with it is great. The interface is stupid simple to use. So this sits between traditional amplifiers and the newer modeling amplifiers, and I love it. And it's lightweight, easy to use, and sounds fantastic. Thanks for tuning in.